Hello everyone, my name is Aastha. I welcome you all to our classes for IEO for class 10th. This is our 18th class and we will be doing the concept of narration. Now narration is pretty important because it's something that you use all the time, while telling someone about the conversation that you had or some dialogue. Alright, all this will be cleared in detail once you watch the class. So the point is, make sure that you understand the rules very carefully so that there isn't any mistake made by you in conversion of direct speech to indirect speech. Alright, so let's get started.
So what is our topic of the day? Which means, which topic are we going to study today? Let's see. We're going to study reported speech, aka also known as narration. Narration, as its name suggests, is about narrating something. The meaning we will see in detail in the coming slides. But you should know that the topic that we are going to do today is reported speech, or we can also call it narration. Okay. Now we hope that today, after this class, you will understand the basic concepts of reported speech. You will be able to, narrate any conversation or any dialogue between two people, or you will be able to use reported speech effectively and also solve the IEO questions, most importantly. All right, let's start. So how we're going to go about is, first we'll understand what reported speech, what narration is. Then we will move on to the strategy of how do we do it and its analysis. We will take up various examples also, study the rules. Okay, so this is the most important part. No, actually not. The most important part is going to be the quiz. Because after you study the introduction, the strategy, you will have to apply this in the quiz. This is going to be the most important part because this will test whatever you have learned. Alright, this is going to be fun and interesting at the same time. Let's start. Okay, so what is reported speech? Reported speech refers to when we talk about what somebody else said. Okay, when we are telling someone else what someone else has said. Suppose you are telling your mother what happened in school and what your teacher said about something. So when you will tell your mother about what your teacher said, that will be reported speech. All right. Okay, so what is direct speech? Now, reported speech can be of two forms. Either you say and tell that thing directly. Let's see how. In the form of direct speech. Let's see. Direct speech repeats or quotes the exact words spoken. Now, when you are telling your mother about what your teacher said, you can either say the exact words that she has spoken. Let's see the examples. Like, she says, what time will you be home? So whatever she said, whatever that person we're talking about said, ye uske exact words and these are the exact words she said. What time will you be home? Okay. And which means we are quoting them exactly. She, again example, she said, what time you will be home? And I said, I don't know. So you see, the exact words of this girl or this lady, she, and exact words of whosoever is speaking, exact words of this I. All right. For example, me. So when I'm telling that she said, what time you will be home? These were her exact words, and I said, I don't know. So I don't know. These were my exact words. So I'm quoting her and then I'm quoting me. All right. Another one. There's a fly in my soup, screamed Simon. So these were the exact words of Simon. We are repeating the exact words which Simon spoke. John said there's an elephant outside the window. So again, John is quoting. John's words are being quoted, all right, by whosoever is telling this. So this format where we repeat the words exactly as they were spoken, or we quote them exactly, then that is called direct speech. Okay, this is the first format. Alright, so the second format is the indirect speech. What is it? Reported or indirect speech is usually used to talk about the past. So what do? So we normally change the tense of the words spoken. Let's note here, we change the tense of the words spoken. And then what else? We use reporting verbs. Focus here, we use reporting verbs like say, tell, ask. What are these? These are reporting verbs. Now here we use these reporting verbs. What are these reporting verbs? These are the verbs which are used to report whatever has been said in the past. Alright, like say, tell and ask. And what else do? We may use the word that to introduce the reported words. Alright, now here you see we've talked about 2-3 things. I will explain them to you with examples. Let's see here. She said, I saw him. Now she said, I saw him. This is direct speech, which means these are the exact words, exact quoted words which were spoken by this person whom we are referring to as she. Okay, her exact words were, I saw him. So these words are in quotes and this is direct speech. But if we change this to indirect speech, how? She said that. Now we are introducing that and we are using, as we said here, we may use the word that to introduce the reported words. Now we use the word that here and after that we tell about whatever the reported words are. Whatever she said, now we are going to tell after using the word that. So she said that she had seen him. Now here you see what has happened for the tense. Had seen him. The tense has changed. Saw has been changed to had seen in the indirect speech. And this say, this is a reporting verb which is used like said. Said the past form of say, reporting verb has been used, that has been used and the tense has been changed. Alright, now there is an option sometimes that you may omit that. That may be omitted, like she told him that she was happy can also be said as she told him she was happy. Although it's really a choice and depends from person to person and maybe syllabus to syllabus whether they choose to omit that or not. But in conversations, practically, yes, you may omit that sometimes, although it is preferable अगर आप that use करेंगे. Okay, so first was direct speech जिसमें हम exact words quote कर रहे हैं, but यहाँ indirect speech में we're talking about the past. So we change the tense, we use reporting verbs and we also use the word that. Alright. So that's it. Now we have understood direct speech and indirect speech. Now we will move on to the next segment. Let's start. Okay, so now we will be talking about a 5-step approach for understanding direct and indirect speech and like for converting from direct speech to indirect speech. First, what we have to do is define the type of sentence. Either it is a statement or a question or a command. Alright. Then, what tense is used in the introductory sentence? Which means we have to identify the tense. Third thing, do you have to change the person? Matlab, you have to change the pronoun. We have to check that. Then do you have to backshift the tenses? Backshift the tenses, change the tenses, and जैसे past का present becomes past. All right, backshifting of tenses. And last one, do you have to change expressions of time and place? So all these steps we will be discussing in detail. Let's start. So step 1, you have to identify whether it is a statement or it is a question or a command. Statement, when you're stating something like, I say, I'm a girl. Or questions could be, where are you going? Command could be like, sit down or close the door. All right, commands and orders. So identify the sentence. किस तरीके का sentence पूछा जा रहा है? किस तरीके का sentence is in the direct speech? All right. Now the next rule is, or next step is, the introductory sentence. Now the introductory sentence in reported speech can be in the present or past. Let's see how. If the introductory sentence is in the simple present, then there is no backshift of tenses. For example, अगर direct speech में हम कह रहे हैं, like Susan says this, that Mary works in an office. Okay. So reported speech में introductory sentence in the simple present अगर है तो Susan says that Mary works in an office. But अगर जो introductory sentence simple past में है, so it becomes Susan said that Mary worked in an office, which means अगर introductory sentence simple past में है तो जो tense है उसकी backshifting हो जाएगी. All right. Like introductory sentence क्या हुआ? जैसे ये Susan says that. ये है simple present में Susan says मतलब Susan कहती है ये. Okay, वो regularly ये कहती है, मतलब उसका कहना ये है. Susan says that. Simple present में है तो that Mary works in an office. Okay. But अगर हम past की बात बता रहे हैं कि Susan ने ये कहा था, तो Susan said that, वो कह चुकी ना, अभी भी थोड़ी ना कहती है वो कह चुकी है ये बात. Susan said that Mary worked in an office. So अगर हमारा introductory sentence भी simple past में है तो backshifting होगी tenses की. Backshifting of tenses हम पढ़ेंगे अभी detail में, but just you have to understand इसे present है तो वो past हो जाएगा. So here Mary works in an office, ये same tense रहा. Here you see direct speech का ये tense same रहा. But in the simple past one, this one has backshifted and changed into past tense, which is Mary worked in an office. Alright, so the second rule is about the introductory sentence. Alright, so the next rule talks about the change of pronouns, change of persons / pronouns. Now, if there is a pronoun in direct speech, it has possibly to be changed in reported speech depending on the situation. For example, let's see direct speech में if Susan her exact words are, I work in an office. But in reported speech, Susan said that she worked in an office. That she. Now here I is changed to she, because now we're talking in third person. So I changed to she. Alright. So this rule or this step talks about change of persons or pronouns. For example, if there is a male, you change it to he. That they to them, that's how it is going to work. Alright. Okay, so the next step we're talking about backshifting of tenses. If there is a backshift of tenses in reported speech, the tenses are shifted in the following way. Let's see, direct speech, if Peter said, I work in the garden, then in reported speech it will be, Peter said that he worked in the garden. So, simple present converted to simple past. Here is the table of the backshifting from direct speech to reported speech. the simple forms like simple present to simple past. Simple past to past perfect, present perfect also to past perfect, and past perfect will remain in past perfect. Alright, will changes to would. The progressive forms, they change as am, are, is changes to was or were, has been, it changes to had been. Alright, this is the back shifting of tenses. And when does back shifting of tenses take place? When the introductory sentence is also in the past tense. Alright. So now here, this is about conversion of the expressions of time and place. Like any times and place if we have referred to, that also gets converted in reported speech. Like this evening becomes that evening, today or this day becomes that day, these days becomes those days, now becomes then, a week ago referred to as the week before, last weekend, the weekend before or the previous weekend, next week is the following week, tomorrow gets converted to the next or the following day, here becomes there. So these expressions of time and place are also converted. Yes, that's all for the rules. Now let's move on. Alright, so now we will be moving towards the quiz, and these questions shall act as examples also and shall act as a test also. Right, brace yourself, let's move towards the next segment. Alright, so for the quiz, what we will be doing is, now every question you will be given 1 minute. 1 minute means 60 seconds. Why am I giving you 1 minute? Because you see, your question paper of IEO, it has about 50 questions, and so you can imagine that you get more or less a minute to answer the questions. Now this 1 minute is the maximum that you should be taking for answering the question. Now suppose there could be two, three categories of students. First category is, suppose you answer the question within that 1 minute. So I would request you to fast forward the video and skip right to the answer. You should not be wasting your time. Alright. Now the other students who are not able to answer the question in 1 minute, what you do, you don't skip to the answer. You pause the video and you write down your answer. Alright, it is very important to answer each and every question because there is no negative marking. Here you see, for every incorrect answer, no points, because there is no negative marking in IEO. So it is important that you attempt all the questions. Now for a question of which you are not sure about the answer, now even here and even in the exam, if you are not sure about the answer and you maybe think that B option might be correct or C option might be correct, so you should in that case play your luck and play your mind and make a guess and still give an answer, because it is a win-win situation. Either you will get the marks for that question or you will get a 0, right? But if you don't attempt that question at all, then you are anyway getting a 0 in that, right? So it is good to attempt those questions, and even if you don't know all the answers, try to understand and take a guess. Okay, so this is for every correct answer 10 points. This is just for your own little game where you can try to maintain a notepad. So here you write the name of the chapter and then the question, and then if it is correct you can give yourself 10 points. If it is not correct, you mark it here. So it is important to see these questions, the ones which you mark incorrect. It is important to go back to them later and then see where you did the mistake. Alright, this is just for your reference. For every correct answer, you can give yourself 10 points. Alright, now let's start. Okay, now we start off with the questions on indirect speech. Choose the correct indirect speech form of the given sentences. Given the sentence in direct speech, change it to indirect. Let's see. The teacher said to Ria, did you go to the zoo yesterday? It's a question, so we can say teacher asked Ria what? If she, then we have go changes, back shifting of tenses. So if she had gone to the zoo, here yesterday changes to the previous day. Teacher asked Ria whether she had gone to the zoo the previous day. Correct answer is C. Okay, here our history teacher said Akbar defeated Hemu in the second battle of Panipat. Our history teacher said that Akbar defeated. So we say Akbar had defeated Hemu in the second battle of Panipat. Okay, so here said that Akbar had defeated, said that Akbar defeated Hemu in the second battle of Panipat. Okay, now here you see both these answers are correct, because this can be taken as a fact also, that a certain fact that the teacher is narrating. So we can here say defeated, and here we can say had defeated. So both of them will be correct. Correct answer is C. Okay, here Sheenu said to Tina, I bought this book for you a day before yesterday. Okay, so Sheenu told Tina, what did she say? That I bought. Now I is who? Sheenu. That she here bought changes to had bought that book for her a day before yesterday. So a day before the previous day. Okay, pretty complicated, but do it step by step. It will be easy. Correct answer is C. Sheenu told Sheena that she had bought that book for her a day before the previous day. Right? Okay, here we have the giant panda said, hooray, I have become the strongest warrior. Alright, so here, let's see, the giant panda, he's exclaiming, so we can say he exclaimed. Giant panda exclaimed that he had become the strongest warrior. Okay, so here the correct answer is A. The giant panda, he exclaimed with elation. Okay, you see, he exclaimed with elation that he had become the strongest warrior. Correct answer is A. Okay, here we have Alex shouted, let me go. So here Alex shouted to let me go, to let him go, at them to let him go, or at let him go. Correct answer is C. Alex shouted at them to let him go. Okay. Alright, here we have a clever mouse said to all, let's bell the cat. Clever mouse told all that they should bell the cat. Proposed to all that they should bell the cat. Clever mouse suggested that they must bell the cat. Suggested all that they would bell the cat. So here the correct answer is a clever mouse proposed to all that they should bell the cat. Here's let's bell the cat. So it's saying proposed to all that they should bell the cat. Okay, here Jack said, can I go and dance, father? So here Jack asked his father if he can go and dance. Jack asked father whether he went and danced. Jack sought permission for dance. Jack asked his father if he could go and dance. Alright, so here the correct answer seems this one. Jack asked his father if he could go. You see, can changes to could, and asked because it is a question. So asked his father if he could go and dance. Okay, here we have Piyu said to Anu, please come here to support me. Piyu asked Anu to came here to support her. Piyu requested Anu to come here to support her. Requested Anu to come there to support her. Requested Anu to go there to support her. Okay, here the correct answer is this one. Piyu requested Anu to come there and support her. First of all, you see it's please. So we say requested. Then come here. Come here. Here changes to there. And support me. Me was who? Piyu. So support her. Okay, here Seth said to me, who can decode such a difficult message? So here Seth asked me, who can changes to could, who could decode such a difficult message? Pretty easy. Correct answer is B. Seth asked me who could decode such a difficult message. B. Here we have the priest said to me, may God shower his blessings on you. The priest prayed that God might shower his blessings on me. The priest wished that may God shower his blessings on me. The priest requested that God might shower his blessings on me, or all of these. Correct answer is here, B. The priest wished that may God shower his blessings on me. He wished. Okay, the stranger said to Alice, where do you live? So here the stranger asked Alice what? Where, where she lived. Okay, you changes to her, sorry, she, and live changes to lived. So the stranger asked Alice where she lived. Correct answer is D. have, my mother said to me, bring some cherries from the market. Mother asked me to bring some, bring some cherries from the market. Asked me to bring some cherries from the market. My mother ordered me for some cherries, and my mother urged me for bringing cherries. Okay, but the correct answer is my mother asked me to bring some cherries from the market. So certain order, certain action, so asked me to bring. Okay. Reena said to Manish, come again tomorrow. Reena said to Manish that come again tomorrow. Reena told Manish that come again the after day. Reena asked Manish to come again the next day. Or Reena asked Manish that come again tomorrow. Correct answer is C. Reena asked Manish to come again the next day. Next day. Okay. Here we have Sumit will say I don't like it. Sumit will say that I don't like it. Will say that he doesn't like that. Said that he doesn't like that, or said that he didn't like that. Here the correct answer is Sumit will say that he doesn't like it. Why doesn't like it? Because you see here it's will say. The introductory part, the introductory sentence, this is not in the past tense, so there will not be any back shifting of tenses. So we'll say Sumit will say he doesn't like that. He we have used for Sumit, so accordingly the verb will be doesn't. He doesn't like it. Will change to that. Okay. Alright, so with this we finish off the questions on narration.
That's all for the class on narration. I hope you have understood the basic rules. Make sure you revise them, and if there were any mistakes made by you in the questions, make sure that you rectify those mistakes, understand, analyze why you made that mistake, and if you repeating that mistake, make sure you understand the concept behind it, and then you don't repeat that mistake again. All right, that's the basic idea, and that's all for narration. That's all. I will see you the next time. Thank you for watching.